He's out of touch, he's out of time, and now he needs to be out of office. I urge you to tell your friends and your clubs and your chapters and your hunting camps to head to the polls next Tuesday. I know hunting season's over, but make sure that you vote and put Mitt Romney in the White House. He and the Republican team will restore America and lead the way in helping protect our rich hunting and fishing heritage like never before. It's now time to answer the call. Cast your vote for Mitt Pa. Have a safe and enjoyable bountiful season. And may God bless you and bless you in a great land of freedom. And now please make welcome one of the great defenders of freedom, my good friend, the NRA's Mr. Chris Pa.
My fellow NRA members here know that I spend most of my time doing the Lord's work in the Devil's City. So it's good to get out of Washington, D.C., come to the Bass Pro in Harrisburg, and be with real patriotic, red-blooded Americans. So I want to thank every one of you for being here. There's two Pennsylvanians that I want to thank tonight especially, and that's Maria Howell and Bill Bockenberg, who are from Pennsylvania and serve on the NRA's National Board of Directors. So please give Maria and Bill a hand. You know, a few weeks ago, I had the honor of delivering the NRA endorsement to Mitt Romney and Paul Ryan for President and Vice President of the United States. And tonight, on behalf of those 4 million NRA members, tens of millions of NRA supporters, I couldn't be more excited to be here tonight as a proud sportsman for Romney Ryan. And you know, being here at this great American institution, Bass Pro, it's hard not to think about how incredibly important sportsmen and gun owners are to Pennsylvania's economy. Did you know that you represent over $1 billion in economic activity every year in this state? Over $1 billion. There are over 300 firearms and ammunition manufacturers and over 2,200 firearms dealers in this state. That represents over 5,000 jobs and hundreds of millions of dollars in wages. Those numbers are staggering, but they're more than just numbers on a piece of paper. They represent families. They represent livelihoods. And this president simply doesn't get it. He just doesn't get it. For thousands of people in this state, hunting and shooting are more than just a weekend of fun. They represent food on the table, maybe a little gas in the car, or a little savings in the bank. But to Barack Obama, they represent something else entirely. You remember 4 years ago, he was talking about Pennsylvania when he said you represent bitter Americans clinging to your guns and religion. I'm proud of it too. Barack Obama doesn't care about sportsmen. He doesn't care about the jobs we create. In fact, before he was killing jobs as president, he was trying to kill jobs as a U.S. senator. Back in 2005, many NRA members will remember this, but Barack Obama and his sidekick Joe Biden voted against legislation to stop those reckless lawsuits that were aimed at bankrupting all of these great American gun companies. It would have put hundreds of thousands of jobs and sent them overseas, including thousands of jobs right here in Pennsylvania. My friends, when you think about it, with the Supreme Court and all of these long-term issues facing this country, this election is not about the next 4 years. This election is about the next 40 years. Right now, our individual fundamental right to own a firearm survives by one vote on the U.S. Supreme Court. Just one vote. That means we're one death or retirement away from losing this God-given freedom forever.